We are going to try this again, you all. I pushed that button, and when I did not even come in here and change the screen. So as you can see, now it's 9:41 p.m. on November the 3rd of 2021. And we're looking at the Stereo Ahead UV 284. And you can see the timestamp on it right here. This is during the time of the massive battle that took place around the sun, and it seemed like the big news was solar flares. That's all it was. Solar flares coming to a CME headed toward the Earth, hitting the magnetosphere. But you know what? There wasn't much talk about the UFOs. So I want to try to come over here, you all. I had to restart this because I got ahead of myself. See, that's what happens. You get ahead of yourself, you push the button, it sends out maybe one notification, because you can only do like 3 notifications a day, and then boom, you don't get no more. That's how they do it. But as you can see in this picture right here, am I on here, you all? Am I on here now? Because look at this. I gotta wait to see if I'm on here. I thought I was on here. We're gonna see if this is even working. So yes, let me look at this. So it says that we've got 3 people that are watching. I've got to come over here, you all. Yes, now we got people watching, and I can see that I am on the screen now, so that's wonderful. It is all right, we got it going, you all. I think I got it fixed. Let's hope I got it fixed. Yes, hello. So welcome, you all. I got off to a start is what I got off to. That's exactly what happened to me. I'm trying to fix this, you all. I put my little cell phone down right there, you all. And let's look at this. Okay. Did you know? Look at this. When you said there was bad buffering, guess what this said? No data. They literally cut my data. Are you all looking at this? That's when you said that. Somebody had the ability. How did they get past my one things to do a bad buffering? Ah, you all, they're not playing very nice. King Ahuka Mundo. Hello, they're not playing very nice tonight to do that to me. Okay, they're not. Yeah, now we got, look, I'll let you see the screen. Now we got a excellent connection. So that's great. That's right. King Ahuka Mundo, Gina don't see nothing. I don't watch the news or anything like that, so I don't know about the mass reports of UFOs. I really don't. Oh, the highest report of UFO crazy stuff. Well, that's about right, because you know that sun, it's loaded. It's loaded. It had it's got all these UFOs on it, you all, and they call them particles. Why aren't they talking about this? This is really, it really kind of gets to me when we clearly have ships right here. They're going into the sun. You can see them right here in the center. Also, you can see the ships right here. You can see it right here. You can see ships down here also. Why aren't they talking about them, you all? That's what bothers me. They won't speak about them, but they'll certainly speak about. Let me tell you what they'll speak about. They'll speak about the solar flares. That's it. Like a Class C solar flare, a Class M3, or whatever, however they do it. That's what they want to speak about. Solar flares, EMP coming toward the Earth, disrupt. No. Talk about this right here. That's what you need to talk about. They need to really, they need to talk about I need to talk about this stuff right here, because this is not a joke. None of this is a joke. None of it. And you know what? I want to tell you something about this picture. I let this stop right here on that, and I really, this is what I did my screenshot on, but guess what? That's not what it shows. But look at this, you all. Look at these UFOs. If you haven't went over here, this is really one of my most favorite products. These ships, they have the ability, look at this right here. They have the ability to line themselves up. They do. Line themselves up, these right here. But look at that. There's no way you can dismiss that as any type of debris, but we're not going to focus on that, you all. We're not, but we're going to focus on all of these ships. That's what we're going to focus on. And I've got to, it's going to have to come back to me while I push this button. I wasn't going to come over here. I thought, what am I going to do something on? So I never really know. So I had to just sit and wait for something to happen is what I have to do. I don't want to see it blink, but I had to be on this page. Okay, so look at that, you all. Yes. It's, you see nothing but the comment section. Well, you know, you might, if you're looking on your cell phone, you might need to move your comment section. You can swap the comments over to the side. You really could. Look at this. Look at all of these UFOs that are happening. Yes, you all, thank you for coming. So this is what we're looking at. You know, this is what I can do too. You know, we can enlarge this for those who may not see the activity up close. Look at that. That was the massive battle. This particular product right here, am I doing it again, you all? I thought for sure I pushed that onto the screen. And if I didn't, I feel really bad about it. Yeah, Susan, look at that. So these are all the different types of UFOs. And it is a lot. It's not just space debris. It's not. These ships are literally, they're going in and out of the sun is what they're doing. In and out of the sun. I want to get it up close for those who may not be able to see it up close. And you can come back later and you can slow this video down and you'll be able to see these ships a lot better. Right here with the NASA product, you can't really slow it. Oh, there, you see that solar flare right there? We can slow that down right there. It came from this one right there is where it came from. Let me slow it down and bring it back. It literally did, you all. We're going to see it. Where did that go? Because I seen it up close, you all. It did a solar flare is what it did. It came around and it had a big blast. Look at that, you all. Look at that. Let's push that button because I want to keep it to where, Gina, can you please just bring this down? I can, you all. I am going to do that. I want to see that solar flare that happened because it had those. No. I don't really like to have that on you all when it's blinking at you like that. I don't like it because it's, okay, I found it. Okay, found it. We're going to go back to it. Look at this, you all. Is this not, let me talk about this. Is this not the coolest thing right there, you all? It's so exciting. It really is exciting when I see stuff like this. Let me tell you, it's so exciting. And when I see all of these UFOs all around the sun, it's very, very exciting. It really is. And I don't want nobody to get hurt. I really don't. I don't want none of these ships, you know, to get damaged or anything. I don't. But it is the most exciting thing. It really, really, really is. Yes, you all. I have a passion for it, too. Look at that. Look at all of that, you all. Isn't that exciting? There is a battle going on up there. And I'm sure we got some good guys and we got some bad guys. See, we got them both. You can't have a battle with two good guys because why would they even want to fight against one another? They wouldn't. And now you might have two bad people wanting to fight against each other. Okay, you just might. But that's okay. You all look at all of this. Look at all of these. It is really, really, really exciting. This is the day when they had that massive battle. They said, oh, we had this massive solar flare. And they did have like a solar flare. But let's look at this, you all, because, oh my gosh, look at this one right here. How perfectly straight is that, you all? That is so, look at that. Look how well arranged this one is right here. That is absolutely amazing. And, you can see the UFOs right here on the sun themselves. It's like, how can you not see that? That's what I'm thinking about. How can you not see all this activity that's going on? That's right. How can you not see it? It's like right there in your face. It is what it is. Now, see, this is a pretty interesting ship right here. Even though it may look a little bit little, that is pretty interesting. Yeah, just look at them all. Let's shrink it back down so you all can get a nice view of how massive it is. Now, you can, when you go to this product, you can do this. Wait, can you do this? If you do this, you make it all stretchy like that. Now, I don't like to look at it stretchy like that, but I did. I made it stretchy. See, now look underneath here. See, that you can do it like that if you like to have it stretchy looking. Look at this. Right underneath here, there's a UFO ship, a long white ship underneath the sun. Now, there is a lot of ships that are literally hidden behind this outer layer of the sun, all behind it. And, I think they do their best to cover it up. Let me get this over here, you all. Let's get it over here. But I wanted to show that solar flare. This is, if you're just tuning in, I wanted to show some of these ships, and I was waiting. I've been waiting for this particular product to finally catch up with that massive battle, because it's like, it's around 3 days behind, 2.5 to 3 days behind this particular product is. But it's okay. I wanted to get over here to this solar flare that happened, because you can really see it. If it's going to blink on us, you all. Look at all of this activity. Now, see, I'm going to enlarge it so you can see that, no, it's not particle debris that's hitting the magnetosphere. It might be some stuff from some of these ships. Maybe if some of them got blown to pieces, it might be something like that that's floating around up there. But I can guarantee you it's not rocks, and it's yeah. There is a lot of these right here. A whole lot of these type of ships. Oh, you're so very welcome. Thank you all for coming here. If you're just tuning in, thank you for coming here. I'm just looking at the data on the stereo ahead UV 284. And it was what we had covered from the 29th, but this product was not available. That's what they do. They leave some of these products way behind is what they do. Way behind. I guess so they can just do their own thing. Yeah, I'm supposed to be coming over here looking at this, the flare. And I'm going to get to it. I really am. So you can see it, because it was pretty cool. You could see it really good, maybe. Right there. Okay, so we can see it. Can you see that right there? Boom. Right there. Look at those ripples. And did you ever ask yourself, why are there ripples whenever they have one of these flares? Why are there ripples like that? Because they're perfect in a row. They go this way, and then they go this way. When they have them, they really do. So that would have been one massive, impressive looking event. It would. Let's pull this back here so you all can see it. I'm gonna push the button, you all. You all can look at this while it's going like that. Let me check these comments. Why it's getting through splinking. I can't talk, you all, but that's all right. You all, I'm trying to find this. Yeah. So, Mary Johnson, the aliens are demons, and December the 8th is the last day of the year, the consecration of Saint Joseph, the protector from the demons. After that day, all hell is going to break loose. Mary, if if all aliens are demons, are you saying that there are no demons on this earth at all? Is that what you're saying? That the only demons are aliens? Aliens up here in the sky? Are you saying that? You saying that there's no demons walking the earth and they never have been? Is that what you're saying? And the only demons are aliens? Because I don't agree with that, and there's a lot of other people who don't agree with that too. That would be like classifying all human beings as being a certain type, and or all animals as being a certain type. And I think it's a tad bit narrow-sighted, but you may believe that, but I don't believe that. I don't. I know that we have some demons walking the earth, and they have been for thousands of years, and I think they're immortal. Okay, they didn't have to come, and they don't have to be up there in the sky and be labeled as an alien to be a demon. Okay, because demons possess human bodies. Okay, that's what they do. They possess human bodies, and they create and do horrific atrocities against humanity. And all you have to do is look at history. There are demon-possessed people on this earth, okay? And to just, I don't agree with that statement. I really don't. At all. Yeah. Yeah. But if I see that, I like to address it. I really do. That is not what Mary was saying. Yeah. Well, there is a belief that some people feel that all aliens and all UFOs are demonic. There is that type of belief. There is. I don't agree with it. There are some who do feel that. I really have never thought that. I was never taught that. I wasn't. But that's okay. That is all right. Mary, honey, don't go away. Don't run away. I didn't delete your comment, and I didn't block you. I didn't. I just asked you to explore humanity and take a look around, because things aren't going too good right now. They're not. But that's okay. Yeah. So what was I going to show on here, you all? I was going to try to get, okay. Yeah, you can look at that solar flare on the side. Gina, honey, Ryder, you just got your laptop up and run again. The weird stuff is happening. People have been experiencing strange things today. They have a lot of strange things. Look at that. Is that not cool looking? A lot of technical problems and stuff. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. So, you all, I don't know what's going on. I don't. You are here on earth, and we are all here for different purposes. Yeah, that is true. We all have we have a purpose on this earth. We have different journeys, and different perceptions, and based on our experiences in this world growing up. I know I do. I used to, what was embedded in my head? Let me tell you what was embedded in my head when I was a little girl and I went to church. This was embedded in my head. If you wear pants and you're a woman, you're going to hell. If you cut your hair and you're a woman, you're going to hell. If you wear makeup, you're going to hell. If you read from a certain Bible, you're going to hell. So you know what I did? I'm telling you my own personal experience that I had growing up going to church. As I grew up, uh, I took that upon myself, and that became my belief system. Okay, it was embedded in my head. The preacher felt that way, and that is how his congregation began to believe. So when I got married, I went to this church. It was when we lived in Henderson, Nevada. Now, this may not be for everyone. I'm just telling you about the belief system. The preacher was a wonderful preacher. His wife was a wonderful woman. And she wore pants. When I saw her outside of church, she wore pants. And I said, how can you call yourself a Christian when you're wearing pants? Didn't you know that that's a sin? See, that was embedded in me, that belief system. I'm telling you all, that was embedded within me. And she had to explain it to me. Gina, God looks at your heart. He looks at your heart. It's who you are on the inside. And it took me probably a few years for that belief system to literally be broken down. And then, it was out of me. But see, I faced that myself growing up. I was told if I wore pants, because I wore pants, I was told this by a little girl, because I wore pants, I was going to hell. Okay, I was going to hell. Now, granted, I'm thinking, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. How can you say that to me? See, that's what I felt. And that's after I had left home and I had came back. And that belief system was out of me, but that's what was told to me by a little girl. So, yeah, we are told a lot of things. We have a lot of belief systems that are embedded within us. And I think it's kind of sad. And that's why I don't like to judge people, and I don't want to take up on someone else's belief system as my own. I don't. I really don't. And I love people. And I cut my hair. And I wear pants, okay? And if you don't, that's fine. And if I read from a different Bible as you do, so be it. So be it. So be it. Please look at me on the inside, because I'm going to look at you on the outside. Okay, I am you. I don't know how we got off on that. I don't. Yeah, that's right. Well, I look just like I look now. That's how I looked. That's how I looked. That's right. So yeah. Yeah. So, that's what I'm talking about, you all. So yeah, we're going to look at that massive ship up there. Look at that. Can you see that? And I admit it does bother me at times when I hear certain things. Because I never did like labels on people. I didn't. Once I grew up, and as I was growing up and left home, I never did like labels. I don't like to be labeled, and I don't really like to label people. I don't. Look at that massive ship. Yeah. That's right, you are. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on. I really don't with this right here, because I got off on the wrong track. I wasn't supposed to be talking about that, but I did. But it came in and then it just went out. I just wanted to show these ships. That's all I wanted to do. Yes, that's right. Um, it is. It's okay. Um, yeah, and I don't mean to. I don't mean to run people off. I don't. I don't. I hope Mary's still listening and she didn't run away. But if she did, well, that's all right. It's okay. I didn't do nothing to you. I understand. Let's look at this, you all. Oh, somebody got themselves in trouble. Y'all better be nice. Okay. Yeah. Um, Yeah, you all. We ain't going to be doing. No, we're not going to be getting into arguments on here. We don't. We don't want to do that. We want to talk about these ships. Is what we want to talk about. So this is yeah. Um. Yeah. All right. So you know, what I thought was look how this little UFO. I don't know if this came off of this one or not, but these are like those ones that came out of the solar flare. Is what they're like. And then you see this one over here on the side of the sun. This is a very popular area for these type of ships to come in and out. This very area on the sun. I think there is like a I don't know what you would call it, like some kind of receiving station where they can literally go in and out. I do believe they go in and out of the sun in different areas. That's what they do. They go in and out. And, but by the looks of it, by the looks of the battle that took place on the 26th, or not the 26th, you know, I thought I saw something really like massive. If you all look up here, watch this one UFO, this ship right here. This ship literally, during the next frame, it literally flips itself up and it's stationed right there. Right now, it's like has 1, 2, 3, 4 attached to it. Right there, 4 of them. But during that next frame, it literally, it flips itself up, it looks like. Or maybe, no, that disappeared. I think it's back here now, and this one showed up. I don't know where that one went, but this one showed up in its place. There are 2 different types of ships, I think. Yeah, the dark and the light. And you know, it's spilling over on the earth. And you know what? We as a people, humanity has got to come together. We have got to come together and stand together despite our differences. We have got to find a common ground if we are going to make it. Well, I know how it ends in the end, but you know what? There's strength in numbers. There's strength in numbers. And we can put up a good fight if we can put aside our differences and look beyond the outside, look beyond that, and look inside of here. If we can do it, if we can like truly come together in love and unite in love, we're going to make a difference. The battle's going to be a lot better for us. It really will be. I want to try to get it like this. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I went to church. I went to many different types of churches. I really did, and I'm glad I got to see what everything was like. I really did. Had some good friends, too. I met a lot of good people, not just bad people. As with anything in life, no matter where you go, you're going to meet some good people and you're going to meet some bad people. But that's all right, you all. It is all right. We can focus on the positive is what we can do. Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of solar. Oh, I am glad you said that because guess what showed up in my Facebook memory? I had to log on to my Facebook, but it was this time, was it like 8 or 9 years ago? We had an event like this taking place on this day. I want to come over there. I want to go over there and I want to show it you all because it did. I was going to show it this morning. Well, I seen it this morning and I was going to show it, but I am going to show it. I'm going to see if I can get on here. I'm going to log on to this Facebook and I want to pull that up so you all can see it because it's too coincidental that they're calling for another solar flare, and the same thing was happening back then. Is too coincidental, and it's not synchronicity. Okay, it's not. You don't have synchronicity like that. You don't. Yeah. So let me go to my memories. Well, I'm going to go to my memories. Okay, we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to let you see some of my memories on here. So that's from 2020 is what it is. And I'm going to push this back to me because I might have something on there I don't want seen. Like my family, because people literally blast my family all over the place. You know, it's really neat. Look at this. So this is when I was taking pictures with my infrared filter. That's kind of what the sun looked like. These things were hanging from the sun. Do I got this on that screen, you all? Did I freeze up? I think I did. Oh my goodness, what has happened to my what's happened to my screen? Okay, well they did it on purpose. So look at this. So that's what I was getting in the sky. This was the sun. Just like that. Isn't that weird? I pointed my iPhone and my clip-on lens toward the sun, and these showed up. These showed up. It was very bright. These right here. It was the strangest thing. Yeah, so look at that. So let me put this here, you all. Let me put it here. I am going to show it. You know why? Because I want to show it. That's why I want to show it. Let me show you what it looked like. Just for a moment, you all. So there was always these things clustered around the sun. And I was trying to zoom in on them. This is can you see that? And we do have these things like this clustered around the sun. I don't know if they're ships, like, I don't know, Spear Being Alliance ships, or they were the orbs, but look at all of them. Just clustered there. And this was the sun right there. I could look at the sun back then. And this was back in 2018 when I started. If you look up here, November of 2018. Yeah, so let me put this here. I got myself distracted is what happened. That's what happened. Gina got herself distracted. Okay, but I'm here now. We're going to go to this screen right here. So look at this. Now this is what I wanted to point out. The comet Ison. Do you remember when that was coming around? When this comet Ison was coming around right here, and they were tracking it. They were tracking this comet Ison. There was all this big event. It was all in the news, the comet Ison. November of 2013. I was tracking it too. And you know what? They said it disintegrated or something, but I don't think it did. I think it went out of our orbit. What if it isn't the comet Ison, and what if it's that planet Nibiru? What if it is? Because it quite possibly be that. It really could be that, because it was too interesting, way too interesting, you all. I'm looking down here. So yeah, this is what I saw way back then. So let me put this to me. It's not what I thought. I thought I saw the solar flares, but I didn't. I did not see those solar flares that day. Okay, I didn't. But they were tracking that, and there was a lot of hype in the news, a ton of hype. Let me push this button. What's happening? Hello, you all. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I heard that Nibiru was in our solar system. I really did, you all. Let me zoom this up a tad bit so you can see some of these ships that are going around here. I mean, our skies have been whited all day long, and after they get whited, they clear them up, and then they white them again. It's been so thick and so heavy out there. Of course, you know, it makes it cold too when the sun can't shine. Yeah, ships in and ships out because that's what they're doing. Now, this would be a good part of the video for you to slow down, and you can see them probably a little bit better than what you might be seeing them right now. A little bit better, you all. Um, I'm not turning the sun. The sun is turning. This is, it's doing all of this on its own. It really is. Let's watch it do its thing because it's so wowed. Now, granted, NASA has a lot of high definition videos. They get to see their own, but we can't really see it. Don't that look cool, you all? It is so massive. It's really massive on my computer screen. It looks pretty cool on the phone when I'm looking down at it, actually. Yeah. I'm up there on the sun and I'm just spinning it with my hand. No, I'm not, you all. It kind of spins around like a top is what it does. Just like a top. There's so much of it. It is fascinating. It's very fascinating to look at. And you know, things are heating up. It's really they're seeing how far they can push. The darkness is seeing how far it can push. Oh, I've seen a square in here before. There's thousands of them. And you know, if they're up there at the sun, they're bound to be down here. They're in our skies because they're all around the sun. All around it. It's so massive to watch. It is so massive to watch, you all. It is. I could probably just lay here all night and watch it and fall asleep just spinning around because it'd be very relaxing, especially if it had some music to it. It'd be very, very relaxing. Is what it would be. Yes, you all. Um, let me let me come back on here for a moment, you all, before I head off of here, because I am going to get off of here because my words are they're done. My words are done for the night. Yeah. It's a heavy energy day, but that's all right. I'm going to go out with a smile on my face is what I'm going to do. Yes. Is there anything moving on it? You can play the guitar for you, Gina. I think that'd be great. But you're somewhere else in the other part of the world. Yeah, it'd be very relaxing. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that sun is pretty awesome. It is, you all. I did have what did I have pulled up? I had this earthquake 3D pulled up right here, and I wanted to refresh it because I was trying to see if there was any earthquakes near that La Palma, but I can't really see too many of them right now. I can't. Let me just make it smaller so you can see them if I do that. But look, that's a lot. And they, well, no, it's still like 1,536. I did it again. I'm over here talking about this earthquake, and I did not push the screen for you all to see. I'm apologizing for doing that, you all. I don't know why I do that, but I did do it. My goodness, I don't know where that's at, but that is literally, that is massive. Is this still on, you all? Yes, you all. I apologize. I have a slight habit of doing this. I'm supposed to be showing things like this, and I get sidetracked. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, I can't. I'm tired. As I'm giggling when I get tired. But it's all right. It really is all right. This area's got a lot of, oh my goodness, Gina, it's got a lot of activity happening. If we were to can we see all the, oh, I don't know what that was, you all. These things up here. I don't know how to navigate this thing. I don't. I just push these buttons. Well, you can see the plate. Plate tectonics is what we can see. I think someone had a big earthquake recently, but I'm not seeing it on here. I'm not. We need to get back to something. Lord have mercy. What did I do? You all, I don't know what I've done to this. I think I got it off of this. It's pretty cool graphics. It really is. If you like the graphics, I know what I did. Look how beautiful that look. I love the beautiful colors. Yeah. Those are so pretty. Aww. I love those colors. Now see, I haven't pulled the date all the way down, but as I pull it, if we start up like this, we ain't got nothing. We got something right now, right there. But there's nothing else there. Look how pretty that is. It's really pretty. And then we got some popping around. I'm just dragging it down because there are a lot of earthquakes. There's a lot of deep earthquakes too. That's how many that has happened. It's a massive amount. Yes, you all hit that like button, especially if you like these beautiful colors on that earth spinning around like that, because they have beautiful pastel-y colors that are so, it's healing frequency colors. It really is. They're soft. And you know, I could watch this one too. I didn't know this had that color. I really didn't. But it does, you all. We can make it small like that. Yeah. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know how we got that color. You all, I'm rambling. So I'm going to get off of here is what I'm going to do, because I'm getting tired, and when I get tired, I get a little bit giggly. So yeah, it's okay. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day for coming on here. Let me make sure I'm on me. Thank you for taking time out of your day for coming on here. And thank you, moderators, for moderating. And if I've offended anyone, I'm sorry. I am. That's not my intention. I just like to look at both sides of the story. Okay, I do. I like to look at, yeah, open minds. Yeah. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And thank you so much for joining. And yeah, La Palma is under attack. Well, there wasn't much going on with La Palma. There really wasn't, because I was on the La Palma, and they're not showing nothing. And I really wonder, now I'm going to be serious. I really wonder why, with the La Palma, why they don't show as much as they're showing. Why are they just showing like this screen right here? Look at this. With the La Palma, they won't show the one part of the volcano. It's really not doing nothing right now. And you have to ask yourself, why isn't it really doing anything? Because there's nothing going on. Nothing. At all. Yes, oh Ryder, you're so very welcome. Yeah, I heard about something might happen tomorrow, but see, if it does, I'm sure this volcano might go boo up like that, you all. It just might. Yes. Brooklyn sends its love. Iselle Falls. Hello. Yeah. They don't want us to zoom in. Yeah. So that's what's going on in, yeah, that's what's going on in La Palma. Not much going on at all. It's kind of quiet is what it is. So I am going to go, you all. Thank you once again. And I've done better videos than this, I know. But there's not much going on except for these exciting ships that are on the sun. And I believe the battle is still taking place. And we're feeling it in our physical world and in our personal lives. And we're seeing it. It's in the air. It is in the air. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you once again for coming here. Have a very good evening.